Welcome to me and my uncle.
NFL Weekly Rundown. It is the divisional round of the playoffs. Danny, how was your weekend?
What kind of question is that?
Well,
amazing.
Yeah, were you busy Saturday night? Did you catch the football game that happened?
I saw the whole thing.
Yeah, and let me ask you this first. How did you feel at halftime of that Bears-Packers game?
I was very scared.
Yeah, nothing was going well. The defense couldn't stop anything. Bears scored 3 points.
Yeah.
And then the Packers were getting the ball to start the second half. Boy, it really didn't feel like things were going to turn. And then tell me, how'd you feel after the third quarter?
Pretty good.
It was still 21-6, but the Bears were starting to make stops on defense.
I've seen them play.
That's the thing, is so many people, there were people who told me, holy cow, I turned off the game at halftime, and when I woke up the next morning, the Bears won. It's like just what you said. Hey man, if you know anything about the 2025 Chicago Bears, you can't turn the TV off until there are 0 minutes and 0 seconds left on the clock.
A lot of my hockey friends, I guess, turned the game off at halftime and checked in the morning, and Bears won.
And they were probably shocked.
Yeah.
And they couldn't have known how it happened. Can you believe, do you remember the 4th and 8 throw by Caleb Williams to Roma Dunze? About 20-25 yards down the field. Williams is rolling to his left. Basically, he has no feet on the ground. He chucks it up as he's falling back.
That was amazing.
And he puts it in the bucket, right in Roma Dunze's hands.
Yeah. I don't know if he did that on purpose, because I thought he was just going to chuck it up for grabs.
Yeah, like a
did
jump
he do
ball.
That and it was a miracle? Or did he try to spot it on the
I think he tried to put it on Dunze's hands. And I've read things where people are saying that is the greatest throw I have seen in playoff history. I'm not going to argue. And how many weeks in a row have we seen a throw where it's like, Caleb Williams is making the biggest throw of his life? He had one to Olamide Zaccheaus, I think it was against the Browns. He had the touchdown pass to DJ Moore to end the second Packer game.
Yeah.
And that one to Dunze is just jaw-dropper. Like, are you kidding me? That just happened.
I mean, it's pretty close to DJ Moore, but I don't think it matches any of the other ones.
You think it's above the rest?
Way above
It was a playoff game. You miss that play, it's pretty much over.
Yeah.
You know? And sure, the Bears were still down by 11, but look what they did after that. Touchdown, 2-point conversion, touchdown, win.
Yeah.
And how about Colston Loveland?
Amazing game.
Halfway through the season, I think we were saying, why didn't the Bears take Tyler Warren if they were going to take a tight end? I don't think anybody's saying that today. Colston Loveland is a bona fide stud.
He has been amazing this whole season.
Yeah. I mean, think about the Bengals game. He won it on a touchdown when 2 guys pretty much bounced off of him, and he ran the next 30 yards. And ever since, he has just been great.
Amazing.
Now, before we talk about how we did last week, I want to ask you a question. I want to say a few words about the Packers. So I could go one of 2 ways. I could take the high road, I could be a good sport, and I can say nice things about the Packers. Or I can be a jerk and say what I really want to get off my chest. What do you think I should do?
Well, I think I know what you're gonna do, but you should probably be nice, I guess.
I'm not gonna be nice, okay? So give me a few minutes to say what I gotta say. I'm gonna take you back about 1 year ago. The Bears hired Ben Johnson as their coach, okay? He has a press conference where he talks in a microphone and says a lot of stuff, answers questions. He says a lot of nice things about Dan Campbell, the Lions head coach, who used to be his boss, because he was the OC there, right?
Yeah.
Says a lot of nice things about Kevin O'Connell, the Vikings head coach. What does he say about Green Bay coach Matt LaFleur 1 year ago? He says, and I quote, "I kinda enjoyed beating Matt LaFleur twice a year." Okay, that's pretty brash. That's kind of cocky. He could say it though because as offensive coordinator of the Lions, he was 5-1 against Green Bay. So he's kind of poking at Matt LaFleur a little bit, saying, "Hey buddy, I got your number, just so you know." This is before he even coached one game for the Bears. Okay? So that just sort of sets the tone for where we're going with this. In December of this year, before the Bears' first game against the Packers, Micah Parsons runs his mouth, okay? He's quoted as saying about the Bears, "I just don't like them because I see the disrespect." Oh, okay, the Bears disrespect you? Well, guess what? I disrespect you. You disrespect the Bears aren't going to respect you, Parsons. And you know what? I don't respect Micah Parsons in the past. I don't respect Micah Parsons now. And I don't respect Micah Parsons in the future, especially when he comes back half the player he was from his shredded knee that he destroyed trying to tackle Bo Nix. So, there you go, Micah. I don't respect you. Have you ever heard the name, going into the second Bears, or after the second Bears game, when DJ Moore won it in overtime? You ever heard the name Aaron Banks?
No.
I haven't either.
No.
Okay? I wouldn't know who the heck Aaron Banks was if he wore a t-shirt that said, "Hi, my name is Aaron Banks. I play guard for the Green Bay Packers." He's a guard for the Green Bay Packers, okay? Remember Jordan Love got hurt?
Yeah.
In the second quarter of that game? Austin Booker hit him. Love ducked his head. Booker hits him in the head. Aaron Banks thought it was dirty. He says Booker should have been suspended or kicked out of the game for it.
No.
Are you kidding me? J.J. Watt, T.J. Watt's brother, he watches a ton of football, okay? He will be a first ballot Hall of Famer whenever he's going to be up for the Hall of Fame. Born and bred in Wisconsin. So this guy's a Packer fan, J.J. Watt. He says about what Banks said, that Booker should get tossed from the game. You don't know football if you think that's a dirty hit. And all these Packer fans and Packer players want to say, "Boo-hoo, Booker hit him dirty. Booker's a dirty player." Listen to what J.J. Watt said. And what about the video I showed you just before we started?
Yeah.
You want to see a dirty hit? You want to see a suspendable hit? A 10-year-old boy in 1986 had to watch Charles Martin take the cheapest, dirtiest, most suspendable hit in NFL history on Jim McMahon, destroyed his right shoulder, and the Bears had no chance at winning a second Super Bowl because McMahon didn't come back that year. So if you want to know where a 10-year-old boy got his hate for the Packers, that was it. That was the moment. I have never given up, and Aaron Banks should know what the heck a dirty hit is. Go look at Charles Martin, fellow Packer alumni. So that's that, okay? Let me take you to just about a week ago, before the Bears' wildcard game against the Packers. The Packers are just running their mouths. Josh Jacobs, still talking about the Jordan Love hit. Listen to this. He says, "I know a lot of guys took that hit that he took a little personal," meaning the Jordan Love hit. Okay, whatever. You want to hear Jacobs' final stats on Saturday night? 19 carries for 55 yards, no touchdowns, less than 3 yards a carry, and he had 8 runs for 8 yards in the second half when Green Bay was winning, and he should have been able to run. 8 yards on 8 carries. Bravo, Josh. Nice game. See you next year, buddy. Okay, 2 more scumbag Packer players had to run their mouths last week. Christian Watson, you know this guy, right? The receiver. What does he say? "We definitely wanted to play the Bears. We get the chance to put the Bears season to bed." Did they?
No.
No. And you want to hear Christian Watson's final stats? Oh, he had a whole 3 catches for 36 yards. Ooh, scary. And he scored 1 touchdown. Okay. Do you remember the drop he had with about 13 seconds left? Love put it a little high. Watson got his hands on it. He catches that ball, he might score a touchdown. And we might not be as smiley as we are right now. So, Christian Watson, hey buddy, thanks for dropping that ball, and see you next year. Have fun thinking about that drop for the next 7 months. Clown. The last of these guys, Keyshawn Nixon. Another guy who was just like, who the heck are you, man? I never heard of you. He just wants to run his mouth. Cornerback for the Packers. He's the guy who got beat on the DJ Moore touchdown in the second game. Okay? So what does Keyshawn Nixon say? I didn't want anybody but the Bears. He's saying, bring me the Bears. You know what else he didn't want of? Any piece of DeAndre Swift on his touchdown run. Because Nixon jumps out of the way instead of making a tackle. Instead of trying to punch the ball out. What a wuss! And now, after the game, he's talking about, I met all my goals. Oh, really? Good for you. You had personal goals? Was your team goal to lose in the first round of the playoffs? Because you did it, buddy. Thanks. Nixon is a bum, and the Packer fans are calling him a bum online, which is awesome. Okay, now I want to bring you to the final quote, which is going to be hard for me not to swear, but I'm going to bleep it out as much as I can.
Okay.
Ben Johnson, post-game in the locker room with his team. First things he says, bleep the Packers, bleep them, I bleeping hate those guys. Okay? Ben Johnson has just said the thing that every single Bears fan has been feeling for the last 39 years. Okay? I love it. I bleeping love it. So, Packer fans can cry all they want about, we're the better team. We had the ball more with the lead. Our kicker sucks, and that's why we lost. Boo freaking who. I don't care. Let's grate some cheese, beat their butts, have fun in Cancun, think about it for 7 months, Packers and Packer fans. Maybe you guys blew it, maybe the Bears won it. I don't really care. Bears move on. Packers, get your butts home.
Okay.
That's my rant. That's how I feel. I hate the Packers. That's never going to change.
Wow.
So, there you have it. That's how I feel.
Great.
And I'm glad I could say it because if the Bears had lost, I would have just had to zip it. I wouldn't have been able to get this off my chest.
Okay.
Now, there were other games last week, right?
Yeah.
Did any others catch your eye? The first 4 games of the week were all great, all close.
Yeah.
I
was surprised the Rams and Panthers game was that amazing.
Yeah, you said, is J.C. Horn back? He played good, but that other corner, Mike Jackson, was even playing better. I think he may have picked off a pass from Stafford and really kept them in the game.
Who was guarding Parkinson's when he caught that one at the end?
Oh, who was covering him? It was probably a linebacker or a safety. I didn't see, but that was a pretty throw.
Catch.
Yeah.
An amazing throw.
Yeah, and Bryce Young, he played pretty well.
Yeah.
I didn't think Carolina ran the ball as well as they needed to, and that might have hurt them. But, man, the Rams were like 10.5-point favorites, and the Panthers played them tight.
Yeah.
So, pretty good season for Carolina. Josh Allen worked his magic against the Jags.
I thought that was going to be the Jags until I didn't see it because I only heard it on the radio.
Okay.
In my mom's car.
Yeah.
But what I heard was pretty crazy.
Kind of went back and forth a lot. And then the Niners game against the Eagles. Boy, the Eagles fans, I don't get it. They're winning in a playoff game, and they're booing their offense. And now, well, they can keep booing because they don't have a game for 7 months, right?
Yeah.
And then the Patriots and Texans won really easily. in their games.
Which, amazing looking at Aaron Rodgers play. Horrible.
Yeah, that was rough. And I don't know if you heard, but their coach, Mike Tomlin, decided to step aside. 19 years, I think, with the Steelers, and he decided, I'm not going to coach next year.
Really?
Yeah, so they're going to have a different coach.
Is he retiring, or is he going to go to another
I think he's just stepping away for a year to be with his family. He'll probably come back and coach sooner or later, because he is a good coach.
Yeah.
I think sometimes once you're there for 19 years, it's like, maybe it's just time for a change.
My friends, well, this is a third grade boy, so I'm not sure if he's telling the truth, but he said his dad used to be one of those people that like feeds the water or something to the players.
Oh.
So he knew Mike Tomlin.
Oh, cool. Okay, well, if you know, Mike Tomlin was the defensive coordinator for the Vikings for 1 year.
Really?
So I wonder if maybe that's, or maybe he was with the Steelers. I don't know if your friend's dad was part of the Vikings or Steelers at that time.
I think it was the Steelers because the kid has the Steelers ball.
Oh, okay.
So.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I'm going to tell you how we did last week picking winners and against the spread, all right?
Okay.
If you remember, there was only one game we were different on. It was the Jags-Bills game. I picked Buffalo, you picked the Jags.
I was wrong.
So that's going to give me a 5-1 record. Pretty good. 6 games, right? The only one I missed was the Eagles game. You went 4-2, and my dad, your grandpa, went 4-2.
Okay.
Against the point spread, hey, you and me went 5-1. You and I went 5-1, and your grandpa went 4-2.
Nice.
So pretty close. There are only 7 games left in the NFL season.
Wow.
4 this week.
2 next week, and then the Super Bowl.
Yep. So 7 games. We got a game at Saturday. It's 3:30. It's AFC teams. Let's kick it off.
Bills Broncos.
All right, so you didn't take notes this time, but what are your initial feelings about Bills Broncos? These teams didn't play this year. If you remember, the Bills did crush the Broncos in Buffalo last year in the playoffs.
Yeah.
It was 31-7.
And that was last year, which
Exactly.
I don't think the Broncos are that bad. Well, I would say they're better this year. They weren't that bad last year.
And the Bills, maybe their defense isn't as good?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, the Bills, Josh Allen still hanging in there. Not that old.
He got beat up in that Jags game. If you didn't see it, the first half, he was getting up just kind of wincing after every hit. But he battled through, you know? He's tough.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'll say a little thing about the Jags maybe, and a little, Broncos didn't have a game.
Right.
So, I think Lawrence played a pretty good game, but there was a lot of throws that defense blocked.
And Lawrence threw 1 interception in the first half, and in the last pass he threw was intercepted. The last pass he threw, it was kind of desperation.
Yeah.
You know, they needed to get into field goal range.
And Banks was there to catch it.
Yeah.
So, the Jags had a good game, but Bills had a better one.
Good season from the Jags. I mean,
Yeah.
come on. Look at where they were last year. It seems like Jags fans can be excited.
Yeah. So, back to the Bills.
Yeah.
I think their defense played good on the offensive line, blocking the pass.
Mm-hmm.
Will they be able to get Bo Nix this week?
It's going to be a little tougher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's probably a little more quick than Lawrence.
Yeah, they're both kind of elusive. Yeah. I'll say a couple things about this one, what I think the keys to the game are, okay? How about the Bills' number 1 run offense against the Broncos' number 3 run defense? The Jaguars actually had the best run defense in the NFL. And the Bills sort of struggled to run the ball.
Yeah.
26 runs for only 79 yards is 3 yards a carry when the Bills averaged 5 yards a carry when they ran the ball.
Wow.
So Cook was bottled up. Josh Allen got hit. I think he ran for 2 touchdowns. So, Denver is pretty much a similar run defense to the Jaguars. So I wonder, will the Bills have trouble running the ball?
And Broncos have an amazing defense.
Every level of the defense has a star.
It's kind of like the Texans, where great defense, but not the most awesome offense.
Kind of an average offense, I think.
And they're the best team in the AFC, they're saying. So
they're going to play at home until the Super Bowl if they keep winning. So another key matchup when the Bills have the ball. How about Josh Allen against the number 1 pass defense in the NFL of the Broncos? You know, the Bills don't have the best receivers. It's like, okay, Dalton Kincaid's a pretty good tight end, and Khalil Shakir had a huge game, actually, against Jacksonville. But those aren't exactly great receiving threats.
Yeah.
So it just seems like another game where Josh Allen's going to have to be the man. He's just going to have to play hero ball.
Can I ask a quick question?
Of course you can.
What if the 1 seed and the 2 seed play? Because normally 2 seeds always have home games, and 1 seeds always have.
The 1 seed is guaranteed a home game all the time. So,
okay.
And the home, if you notice, like the worst team always plays the best team in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So that's why we didn't know who the Bears were going to play until that Eagles-Niners game was decided. Because if the Eagles won, then the Bears were going to play them. But once the Niners won, they're the 6th seed, so they were the worst team. So then they went to play. They'll go to play Seattle.
Okay.
A couple more things about this game. How about the Bills' bottom 5 run defense against the Broncos' okay run offense? So the Bills gave up about 5 yards a run during the regular season. The Jaguars actually gained 54 yards on the ground with Etienne and Bashul Tutin. 6.7 yards a carry against the Bills' defense.
Wow.
That's a lot of running game. That's gouging the Bills on the run, and yet it wasn't enough to beat them.
Yeah.
So I wonder, will the Broncos kind of lean into that running game?
But I guess the Jags don't have the most awesome running.
Right, and they had success. So you'd think that the Broncos see that, and they're like, okay, if we run the ball, we can keep the ball away from Josh Allen, and that might be their best plan.
But I think Bo's probably not going to run it too much, just because he's young and they don't want to get him hurt, obviously.
Yeah, so lean on their running game, maybe their running backs. RJ Harvey is a rookie, okay. And J.K. Dobbins was their top running back. He's been hurt for like the last couple months, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's coming back.
Yeah.
The one last point I want to make about this game, the big question mark for me, how's Bo Nix going to play? Because it's going to be his second playoff game. He did throw 11 interceptions this year, which is kind of a high number. And the Bills did intercept 2 Lawrence passes in their first playoff game.
I am questionable about the Broncos' offense, but I think I got a feeling how their defense might play.
Yeah,
good.
And I think the Bills' question marks are on their defense, specifically their run defense. Like, can they stop a nosebleed even?
So.
All right, is it score time?
Sure.
Okay. We forgot to talk point spread. So do you have Broncos by 1.5?
Yeah.
Me too.
So I think I'm gonna go with the home team.
Okay.
Rock with Broncos. 28-27.
1 point game, huh?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good one.
So you've got the Bills covering the spread. I've got the Bills covering the spread. I also have a 1 point game, but you remember who I said after week 1 was going to be my Super Bowl team from the AFC?
Yeah.
I'm not bailing on it now. I got Bills 24, Denver Broncos 23. Okay, Saturday night, 7 p.m., NFC game.
49ers, Seahawks.
So before I get your initial thoughts about this one, I'm going to tell you, remember, these teams are division rivals, so they played twice already this year. They played the first game of the season, and they played the last game of the season. First game of the year, they played in Seattle. San Francisco won 17-13. They were fully healthy at that time, remember. Purdy outdueled Sam Darnold and threw a touchdown pass with about a minute and a half left to give the Niners the lead, and they held on to win. The last game of the season was the last Sunday night game of Week 18. Seattle won in San Francisco 13-3 behind a dominant running game, 39 runs for 180 yards. That's
Wow.
ripping through the Niners defense. And I mean, let's face it, the Seahawks defense absolutely carried the day. You give up, and if you remember, didn't the Niners score like 42 points the week before against the Bears?
Yeah.
Then they scored 3 against the Seahawks.
Maybe
Ouch.
they took out all their energy against the Bears.
Must have been. Okay, so I've got a few more keys to the game, but why don't you give me what you've got in your head about this one?
Well, I think the Niners have an amazing team. Kittle's back, right?
Kittle tore his ACL against the Eagles.
Oh, so he's not gonna...
He's done for the year.
Wow.
He might not even be ready for the first game of next year.
That's not good.
The injuries are just piling up. Fred Warner might be back if the Niners win, but he's not going to play in this game. So Nick Bosa's not coming back this year. Yeah, they're banged up.
So they don't have all their stars in, but I think maybe their most two important will probably be Purdy and McCaffrey.
Yeah, and what I couldn't believe is they kept throwing to Demarcus Robinson, kind of like their third best receiver against the Eagles. He had a huge game, kind of out of nowhere. So that was big.
And did you see that, what's his name, who threw that?
Oh, Juwan Jennings on that crazy double reverse pass to McCaffrey.
Yeah,
that
was an amazing play.
And it won them the game.
Jennings is one of their good receivers.
Yeah, and apparently a pretty good thrower of the football.
Yeah.
Because he put that on the money. And that's nice to see. You know, the Bears sometimes run little trick plays. Early in the game, the Bears tried, Komet was going to throw a pass, but he ended up keeping it and gaining like a yard running. But those are fun plays to see.
Yeah, I love those ones.
And man, that was in the fourth quarter in crunch time. And they're saying, yeah, it's time for the trick play.
They're risking it.
That is guts.
Yeah.
Real gutsy.
So, I mean, good job, Jennings. I guess you could play a quarterback too.
Yeah.
So, he had a pretty good game, I'd say.
Yeah, for sure. You throw the winning touchdown pass, I'd take that.
When you're a receiver.
Yeah.
So,
don't do that every day.
Yeah. So I think they're going to try to run it with McCaffrey, which worked against the Bears.
Mm-hmm. I'll say a little bit about how I think that might work. But
Okay.
you ready for some of my keys to the game?
Sure.
Okay. How about Seattle's number 1 run defense against the Niners, who are number 30 in run offense, at least when you talk about yards per carry? So it's like, wow, the Niners don't have explosive running plays, and the Seahawks are especially tough against the run. San Francisco only ran 25 times for 75 yards against the Eagles. Remember what the Bears did running the ball against the Eagles?
Yeah.
They ran for like 250 yards. And here the Niners only got 75. So I wonder how effective it's going to be just handing the ball off to McCaffrey.
True.
Are they going to have to get him involved in the passing game?
I think that would be smart. I mean, because he caught something from Jennings.
Yeah, and he can help them in the passing game. So you can still get McCaffrey his touches even without handing him the ball.
Yeah.
Another interesting little tidbit in this game. How about the Seahawks' solid defense against the 49ers' very efficient offense? I thought this was an interesting stat. Seattle only allows either a field goal or a touchdown 28% of drives. So that's like 1 out of every 4 drives they give up a score. 3 or 4 drives. That's second best in the NFL. Whereas the 49ers score a field goal or a touchdown on 47% of drives. That's almost once every 2 drives.
Wow.
Third best in the NFL. So you've got a defense that doesn't allow teams to score very often. You've got an offense in the Niners that is used to scoring every other drive. So who's going to have the edge in that matchup? Finally, I want to point out, will the Seahawks be turnover prone on offense? Because they did have the second most turnovers in the NFL. That's surprising for the best team in the NFC.
Yeah.
Darnold can fumble, get sacked, fumble. He throws picks occasionally. San Francisco only forced 16 turnovers, though, on the season, about one a game, which was 10th worst in the NFL. So San Francisco isn't great at taking the ball away, but Seattle is really bad at protecting the ball.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't usually see the best team in the NFC, or even maybe the NFL, turn the ball over as much as Seattle does.
Yeah.
That to me tells me just how good their defense is, that their offense can be that sloppy and they still win 14 games.
Yeah. So, scores?
Sure.
All right. I'm going to pick it close.
7.5 Seattle.
Yeah.
So good. Yep.
I'm kind of a little surprised it's that high for a playoff game, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, the last time they played in San Francisco, Seattle did win by 10.
True.
So maybe they're kind of looking at that
Yeah.
a little bit.
Okay, well, I got Seahawks 23, 49ers 21.
Okay. I am surprised that the over-under on this game is so high because there were only 46 points scored between these two teams in 2 games. So I'm picking a real low-scoring game. Unlike you, I'm going to pick the Seahawks to cover the 7.5 point spread, but low-scoring. Seahawks 17, Niners 9. Okay, AFC game. It's on Sunday at 2 o'clock. I've got the home team favored by 3.
Same. Texans, Patriots.
So these teams didn't play during the regular season either. So give me your points. I'll give you my keys, and then we'll pick a score.
Okay. So I mean Texans offense played phenomenal against the Steelers.
You know what, though? They scored 30 points, but 14 of those were scored by the defense. I think they had a fumble and an interception return for touchdowns.
Wow.
So really, the offense only scored, I think, 1 touchdown and 3 field goals.
So their defense played amazing.
Yeah.
And not their offense, I guess. I mean, kind of, yeah.
It was okay. They played good enough to win, to beat Pittsburgh.
So, and Pittsburgh does not match up against Patriots.
Well, they don't have to worry about that, right?
Yeah.
Because they're not playing.
True.
And how about the Patriots? They beat the Chargers 16-3 in
Yeah.
kind of a boring Sunday night game. You might not have stayed up for the whole thing.
Yeah.
Pretty easy win for the Patriots, it seemed like. Herbert was he's not good in the playoffs. He's 0-3.
Wow.
Now, they had, their offensive tackles were hurt, so they couldn't keep him healthy, or, couldn't keep him upright in the pocket. So the Patriots did a pretty good number on the Chargers.
Yeah. So, defense is pretty good,
Both teams, and I'll get into that when it's my turn.
And I would say Patriots have better offense.
I agree, because Drake May is like an MVP candidate, and CJ Stroud is kind of like, okay.
Take it away.
Take it away? I'm going to do you think this game has the makings of a defensive struggle? Because Houston has the number 2 best defense when it comes to giving up points in the NFL. Second best. Patriots are 4th best.
Wow.
So neither of these teams allows the other team to score a lot of points. Both teams only scored 16 points on offense in their last game. Like we talked about, the Texans had 30, but 14 of those were from their defense. So both teams scored only 16 points, and both teams only allowed field goals from the opponent. Chargers scored 3 against New England. Steelers only scored 6 against Houston. So these defenses look fierce. My other point is, which quarterback do you trust? And this might give you, it might not give you a hint of actually who I'm going to pick. But Drake May was sacked 5 times against the Chargers. That's a lot. But he had 4 explosive plays, passes of at least 20 yards. 2 of them went for 40 yards. And he had a 37-yard run in the first half. He pitched in with 66 yards rushing.
Wow.
So, yeah, May was getting harassed and he was getting sacked, but he was getting explosive plays passing and he was running effectively. He ran the ball 10 times. That's a lot for a quarterback.
Jeez.
So it seems like they're just going all out. They're saying, Drake May, be our Josh Allen. Do whatever you have to do to win us the game.
Okay. And just kind of like the Bills, there's not amazing receivers on the Patriots.
Diggs and Hunter Henry are probably their best.
So it's kind of like the Bills, where amazing quarterback, but not great receivers.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That's how I see it too. Okay. Score time?
Okay.
Let's do it.
I'm picking a lot of these games pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
Texans 28, Patriots 29.
Oh, you got the Patriots winning, but Houston covering the point spread. I know I said I trust Drake May a little more than C.J. Stroud. Stroud fumbled 5 times in the game against the Steelers. Now, the Texans got 3 of those back, but that's way too many. Like, you can't fumble 5 times in a playoff game and expect to win. I think Houston's defense is better than the Patriots. So I'm going to pick the upset. I got the Texans winning 16-13. I think it's going to be a Texans-Bills AFC Championship game. Really?
Do it.
Could be wrong.
World's your oyster.
Exactly. Okay, there is 1 game remaining. It is the game of the week. It is Sunday. It is 5:30. I show the road team actually favored by 3.5 points.
Rams, Bears.
Yeah, okay, you didn't take notes, but I know you have feelings about this one, so lay it on me, and then I'll say my keys.
Well, I know probably you and my mom were a little texting about this game, probably.
We were definitely texting about the Packers and Bears game, and what I want to tell you is at halftime, everybody was really sad. Your mom stayed totally, she was positive. She kept the positive vibes going, and I feel like maybe, that probably didn't help the Bears, but it tells me there's no reason to get down when the Bears are playing until it's over.
I mean, she is pretty aggressive watching the games.
Was she?
She does a lot of trash talking. A lot.
You know what? I kind of invited myself over on Sunday night, so I'd like to watch the game with you.
Okay.
If we can take it. I hope you guys know the number for 911, because my heart might need some resuscitation if they keep playing this way.
Okay.
Give me some more points. What do you got about this one? Because there's a lot to say about the Bears and the Rams.
So, like what I was gonna say, you and my mom were maybe talking a little bit about this game, where the Rams are from LA, which is hot a lot.
Playing a dome.
And the Bears are from Chicago, which it's gonna be cold that day.
Do you know
it's gonna be blowing.
Do you know the nickname of Chicago?
I probably do, just I can't remember.
The Windy City.
The Windy City.
Yep. So I'm hoping for it. I'm hoping for cold. I'm hoping for wind. I'm hoping for snow.
Those would all be amazing, because LA does not get that a lot.
The only thing is Matthew Stafford used to play for the Lions in the Bears division. So he's played games against the Packers. He's played games against the Bears in lousy conditions. Devontae Adams was a Packer for a long time. So he is used to cold weather games.
So maybe it's going to be them to maybe clicking a little.
But that's 2 guys out of the whole team.
Yeah.
So,
Which there's Puka, which does not seem like a cold weather guy.
Kyron Williams is their running back.
Where did he go to college?
Notre Dame. But college games are usually done by Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So it's never that cold. You're not playing in Indiana outside in January.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hope that the Rams are all bundled up and they all look miserable and their teeth
Hopefully
are all
the
chattering.
heaters-
Break those heaters again.
Yeah, break those heaters again. That would be funny.
You pretty much know that the Bears are kind of up to some shenanigans if they're
Yeah.
doing that stuff again.
So maybe don't. Maybe put them at 60 degrees. Or not 60.
How about 10 degrees?
Yeah, how about 10 degrees? But at least they'll be working.
When they sit down, they'll be like, why is my butt frozen? Well, because the heat's not working. Sorry.
Yeah,
Bummer.
that would be really funny. So,
I agree.
you ready?
I'm ready.
You can take-
My keys to the game.
Yeah.
It's exactly what your mom and I were texting during the week. The Rams visiting Chicago. Because here's the forecast for Sunday night. Here's what they think the weather is going to be. High of 15 degrees. That's pretty cold. Possible snow. Yes.
What's the percent? Did you find out?
I didn't see. It's just expecting snow flurries is what it said. So nothing too heavy, but it might be snowing. And 10 to 15 mile an hour winds, which is not great, but it's not the 0 mile an hour wind that the Rams are used to when they're playing inside. So maybe the elements play into the Bears' favor. I'm going to say another big thing, turnovers. Neither offense turns the ball over very much.
Yeah.
The Bears are number 1 best team in protecting the football. Rams are top 5 protecting the football. But both these teams are good at getting turnovers. Bears are the best team on defense forcing turnovers, and the Rams are top 5. So to me, the big thing is who's going to make a turnover and, help their team.
Yeah.
2 more points. Kind of a negative to say about the Bears. Slow starts the last 2 weeks from the Bears. If you remember the Detroit game, they scored 0 points in the first half, 0 points in the first 3 quarters. Against the Packers, they only had a field goal at halftime, and they only had 6 points after 3 quarters. I don't think they can start that slow again. You're playing with fire if you only have 3 or 0 or 6 points through 3 quarters. I say that, but then in the fourth quarter, the Bears have scored, I think, 16 and 25 points the last 2 weeks. So they just turn it on in the fourth quarter. But I don't want to rely on that. I'd like it to be, you got to do something in that first half. Okay, the one other key I want to say is how will the Bears defense match up when the Rams use 1 running back and 3 tight ends? Because that's kind of the Rams' preferred formation, is they put 3 tight ends on the field and they make the defense decide, are you going to put a bunch of linebackers on the field? And the Bears are banged up at linebacker. TJ Edwards broke his leg. He's not going to play. Or are you going to put a bunch of little defensive backs on the field? Because then the Rams might just run it at them. And the Bears haven't had the greatest run defense this year. So it will be interesting to see how the defense solves that, what they call 13 personnel. 1 running back, 3 tight ends. So that's getting deep into the sort of chess match that will be Bears-Rams.
Yeah.
Okay. If you got anything else to share, share it. If you want to share the score, go for it. I think your mom's ready to cue the music, so whenever, we're getting close.
I said a lot of these playoff games will be close. Not really this one, but it's kind of close.
Okay. I know where you're going.
I have to pick the Bears.
Yes, there is no picking against the Bears the rest of the year.
Yeah. So, Bears 29, Rams 21.
Good, I like it. I'm not quite as confident in an 8-point win, but I'm picking the Bears. I think it's going to be high scoring. Whether it's a Cairo Santos field goal or more Caleb Williams magic at the end. I got Bears 30, Rams 27. Let's do it. Yes, rawr. I love grating
Get these
cheese.
hats.
Yes.
Get these hats.
It's been an awesome week. Let's keep this rolling. Thanks for watching, everybody. Viking Nation, thank you for supporting the Bears last week. If you want to stay on the bandwagon, you're welcome to. Let's ride this train all the way to Santa Clara where the Super Bowl is. Right?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for your support. Thanks for your subscriptions, your viewership. Bear down, baby.